Guys, Venom Chaos with another video for you guys. You guys can tell, a new hat. Haven't worn it before. It's actually I got it for like a birthday present. You guys can see the other hats back there, and then you guys can see the very first hat I ever had. And this one, you guys already know that one. Just want to show you guys my hat collection right there. And you guys can see that in the back right here, my little keychain thing. So yeah. So let's just get this video started, guys. Just an update for the Chargers. So let's start off with the inevitable. Jason Verrett potentially out for 2018 season. Verrett's out. Supposedly he's out because of a torn Achilles tendon. Verrett, he's a good player when he's healthy, but he's only had one good year. Like, even when that 1 year, which was 2015, he played in 13 games out of 16, which is he was injured for 3 games, which is, I believe, was the last 3 games of the season. I think at this point in time, it's time for us to just say, Verrett, thank you for everything you've done, but it's time for you to go. Like, you know, I would hate to see him go to one of our rival teams, especially like the Chiefs, who need a cornerback, or the Raiders. It would be a really hard, for me, it would be a really hard thing to see, especially to see him in a fucking Chiefs uniform. Oh my god, that would fucking terrorize me, because our luck is that he's gonna end up leaving the team and then go and fucking kick ass the next year and whoop our asses. So I really don't want him to do that, but there is a potential that he only may be out for 3 months, supposedly, from what I've been hearing. Supposedly he has a partial tear. So usually if he has a partial tear, they may be out anywhere from 2 to 3 months compared to the whole freaking season. So hopefully it's a partial, hopefully it's something else, but you know, you gotta keep your fingers crossed, because I mean, I love Verrett, I really do, and I was actually gonna get a jersey from him, or of him, this sometime soon this year, you know. And I'm rethinking it, guys. I really am. But either way, like I said, he might be out for 2 or 3 months. Verrett potentially out for the season with the Achilles tendon injury. Next is Antonio Gates and the Chargers are in a serious talks right now, guys. The Chargers are really trying to bring in Antonio Gates, but the only problem that they haven't signed him yet is that Antonio Gates wants anywhere from $6.5 to $11 million for that 1 year. We don't have that right now. We can't give him that shit. Right now, we only have about $5.25 million in cap space, so he needs to take about maybe, if anything, I think the Chargers are trying to sign him to like a $4 million deal for 1 year, and he's like not having none of that shit. So I mean, I wouldn't either. I mean, if you think about it, yes. I mean, Antonio Gates has the right to ask for more money, because he's hit all the years that he's been with us. He's worked his ass off, and he's legit like not even gotten much money. I think his biggest contract ever was like a 5-year contract worth like $52 million, and that's not a lot. He was only guaranteed like $37 million. You know, that's like really small compared to like these other tight ends like Gronkowski and freaking Jimmy Graham and all these other guys are getting fucking just above and beyond fucking money. But if I were me, I'd say, you know what, release some players. I mean, we all know that they want him there for training camp. So I say, you know what, fucking start releasing players that we don't fucking need, that are shit. You know, that just get the guy. So yeah. Another question is about the Antonio Gates thing is he the only option? I mean, we have Julius Thomas out there. We have Coby Fleener out there. I mean, we can even make a trade for somebody. I think, you know, we can make a trade with the freaking not the Patriots, the freaking Steelers. I would love Vance McDonald on our team, or fucking Jesse James, or, you know, just somebody we can trade for, or, you know, give up a 3rd, 4th round pick. I mean, yes, I would give up that just as a backup for Hunter Henry. And I mean, just to be honest, Virgil Green is not a good tight end. He fucking sucks, especially on as a receiving tight end. He's a blocking tight end, and then we can't really trust, you know, Sean Culkin and what the fuck his name is, Brandon Bowden or Bowman or whatever his fucking name is. You know, it's just like nothing against them. It's just they're unproven, and we need somebody that's gonna go out there and just get the job done. So yeah. Next is the Chargers waive former 7th round pick offensive guard Donovan Clark. Donovan Clark to me was just a huge failure. I mean, when we drafted him in 2015 or 2016 or whatever the fuck it was, I actually had high hopes for him. I actually thought he was gonna really be up and coming, like one of those, you know, offensive guards that were chosen late and that would rise up. And it looked like it for the preseason. It really did. When his rookie year, when you know, he was regarded as one of the best offensive guards available, like at the time and during the preseason. Like he allowed 0 sacks or nothing like that. It was just really, his footwork was great, his handwork was great, his movement, and it's just he's just plugged with injuries, guys. ACL tears the last 2 seasons, and I think the Chargers right now just have players that just outbeat him. So it was time for us to let him go, and he ended up saving us around 1.5 mil. That's gonna help towards the actually, I'm sorry, 1.2 mil. He's actually gonna help us with the Antonio Gates thing. Chargers placed 5 players on injury list. The first one is, of course, the guys we already know. Obviously, Hunter Henry out with a torn ACL. Out for the season completely. There's no coming back, not even for the playoffs. Biggest hit to me of all the players that have been injured so far. He was supposed to be our Gronkowski for the Patriots. So, I mean, he is. When he's healthy, he really is. It's just, I feel like his route running and his catching needs to be a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, he's a really, really solid tight end. Next is offensive guard Forrest Lamp. We already know he's been injured. He's recovering from a knee surgery that he had a couple of months ago. So he should be ready to go around midway training camp. Next is cornerback Jason Verrett. Not going to get into much of that. You guys already know. I just talked about it. So he's on the PUP. So it depends what's going to happen with him. Next is Derwin James. Don't freak out. It's okay. He's not injured. He's just on the NFI, which it's like non-football related illness. So he's probably had like the flu or some shit. So or he's I heard an injury saying that he was still recovering from his injury in college. So I mean, it could be that. That's pretty much for injuries. Next thing is I think next is I'm gonna name out some players that I feel like. Oh, sorry, shit. The last player, my bad. Last player is offensive guard / offensive tackle Brett Boyko. He's actually recovering from a bicep injury. He should be back in time, maybe towards like the late training camp, maybe first game of preseason. But he's not a really big factor. Next thing is I'm gonna be naming out some players or some undrafted rookies that we have picked up that I really think will make an impact or can make an impact, or just will move up and like just overshadow somebody that's already been on the team. So here we go. I mean, my first pick is Tony Brown, cornerback from Alabama. He played for Alabama for about all 4 years of his college career. He played 39 games. He had 86 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. He played for Alabama from 2014 to 2017 up until the draft. Went undrafted. Not the best corner, but he has really good cover skills. Not a big pick machine, but like I said, he's like kind of like a Trevor Williams, where not all are picks, but he knows how to cover underneath and up top, side or whatever. Really good corner to me, in my opinion. I think he will end up. I think Tony Brown has the potential to beat out players like Craig Mager and Jeff Richards, and that other fucking cornerback we have. I always forget his name. Oh my god. I forgot his name. He's like number 43. I forgot his name. Mike something. Mike Davis? Oh fuck, I don't give a fuck. Either way, I feel like he's gonna. I feel like he has that. I feel like Tony Brown can definitely beat him out, or beat them out. Next is offensive tackle Zachary Crabtree. Crabtree, I don't have any stats for him, but I do know that he is a big freaking guy. He is almost 6'8". He's 390 pounds. Like, this dude is built. Like, his footwork and his motion, like for the quarterback's blind side is really freaking good. I was looking at some of his videos. Jesus, he is so quick off that line, and I feel like he can definitely beat out Sam Tevy and Cole Toner for that offensive tackles, or even Michael Schofield for that offensive tackle backup positions. Like, he looks like a really good prospect to me, and I really hope that we keep him. Next is another cornerback, and Brandon Facyson. He's pretty good. I mean, I see him more as being kind of like Craig Mager in a way. Like, not a lot of picks. I just don't feel like he can develop as quickly as Tony Brown can. I think Tony Brown, if we do let go of Jason Verrett, is going to be the fourth cornerback in our team. So, you know, we'll see. Next is offensive guards, Zach Golditch. He looks like a promising ass freaking offensive guard, dude. Like, I was looking at this. I was looking at some of the video he has. It's not a lot of video. There's only like 2-3 minutes of freaking his video, and dude, I can honestly say he would do really well at center. Jesus, like, he is so freaking strong. Like, I was watching this video on him where he just bulldozed the freaking defensive tackle. I'm talking about this dude just bam, just like knocked that dude to this floor. And I really feel like this guy is going to be a beast if we have him as, whether it's a backup position or make him the full-time center. I mean, I don't think he will be a full-time center by any means, because we have Mr. Pouncey up there, and then we have Spencer Pulley, and then we have Spencer Quisenberry. I mean, I think in the future, if Quisenberry can develop, we'll be able to have him. I mean, I really liked that former center that we had, which was Max Turk, but he got us in some trouble. He never really developed. If he would have been on the team last year and wouldn't have gotten in trouble for the first 4 games, I really believe he would have been our starter right now. We would not even have signed Mike Pouncey. I think he would have developed really, really well. But shit happens. Next is punter Shane Tripucka, whatever. I don't know his gamer tag. What the fuck? I'm over here talking about Xbox and shit. No, Shane Tripucka, punter. He's more like of a. If I were to say a punter that he is in the NFL, honestly, maybe Andy Lee. Like, not the good version of him, but like his now version of him. It's not that good. I mean, I think Drew Kaiser will win this battle easily. Next is my favorite pick, and I feel like he can definitely beat out at least one of our quarterbacks on the fucking thing on the roster. And I feel like Nick Shimonik or whatever, a quarterback out of Texas Tech, can definitely make this roster and beat Cardale Jones for that 3rd spot. Chargers are known to always have 33 quarterbacks on their teams. There is some teams that will only have 2 quarterbacks, which is the starter and then the backup. But the Chargers have always liked to have 3 cornerbacks, and I think for a fact Geno Smith will be our backup. Because we no longer have Kellen Clemens, thank God. Like I said, I think Geno Smith wins that backup spot, and I think our 3rd cornerback will be Nick Shimonik. Sorry, Cardale Jones. You got to do something spectacular. Next is defensive tackle Steven Richardson. I saw some video on him. He's okay. He reminds me a lot of that one defensive tackle we used to have, Sean Lesmore. He's more of a run stop guy. I don't know. Like, I didn't really watch a lot of videos. Just Next two are the two tight ends. The Chargers added is tight end Ben Jones and tight end Cole Hunt. Out of these two tight ends, I think Hunt is the better tight end as far as like receiving, and Ben Jones is more of a block, but he's also like a more vertical type of guy. But I think Cole Hunt is definitely a better option if we were to keep somebody. Next is linebacker DeJuan Hines. Haven't not watched anything on this guy. Couldn't find shit on him, so I'm not gonna even talk about him. The last guy is nose tackle / defensive tackle Bijan Jackson. I'm sorry if you hear that shit in the background. My fucking family is retarded. Bijan Jackson. He is kind of like Brandon Mebane. He really is. Has a lot of patience when it comes to the run stop. But he needs a little bit more of a high motor type of footwork and stuff like that. He is horrible. Like, he's horrible against pass rush. I'll tell you that fucking much. Oh my god, I was watching him, one of his videos, and like the freaking quarterback just like he just freaking like backed up, went forward, and like he didn't even touch him. Like, the quarterback just went to the fucking middle of the defensive line and just bam, booked it. And it wasn't Lamar Jackson. I think it was some quarterback from like, I think it was like North fucking Carolina or something north. They were playing something north, maybe North Dakota. I don't know. But I think this guy will be a really good run stop if the Chargers take the time to progress him. So I am done with this list. I'm actually gonna be talking about a little bit more of what I think the Chargers should do with the Jason Verrett situation. I think that the Chargers should be done with Jason Verrett. Look, Jason Verrett is a really good corner when he's healthy. You know, in his 1 year that he played the almost full season, because he didn't even play a full season. He didn't even play a full season. Like, I know that for a fact. And he played 13 games, and in 13 games he was able to get like 42 tackles and like 3 interceptions and like 12 pass deflections, which is really, really good. But he's only played 25 games in 5 years, and that's fucking shit. Like, he's injury prone as motherfucker, and that's what when he was drafted, that's what Mike Mayock said, that if he could be healthy, he would be a really great corner. Imagine where he would be right now. Imagine if he would be where he would be right now in the NFL in his career if he was not injury prone. He would be one of the best corners, but he's not. He's not the type of corner that you can call a shutdown corner. I mean, I legit think if he was not injury prone, we wouldn't have Casey Hayward. We would have never gotten Casey Hayward. Right now, our lineup would have consisted of Verrett, Williams, what's that fucking cornerback that we drafted from Iowa? Oh my god, I got a fucking huge ass brain for it. I got no idea what his name is, but you guys already know who he is. Desmond King, there we go. Ha! Thought about it. Either way, I think that would be our lineup. Casey Hayward would possibly still at fucking Green Bay, not to be lying, or maybe maybe the Raiders or somebody. But like I said, I think it's time we move on. I mean, easily, we can get a second or first round pick for him if we were to trade him. I think we should trade him if he's uninjured, if he's has a partial injury and he's able to come back for the playoffs, or even before the playoffs, and he's ready to go. I say, let him play through the season and trade the fucker. Just right immediately after our playoffs. If we fucking make it to the Super Bowl, trade the bitch right after. We need another first round pick, because I feel like this upcoming draft is the year that we draft a quarterback in the first round. There's so much talent at the quarterback position this upcoming draft, and I just feel like this is the year we need to draft a quarterback. But I also feel like this is the year we need to start drafting offensive tackles. You know what I mean? what's his name? Russell Okung is not going to be there forever. Joe Barksdale is, I don't fucking know why the hell he's still there and why the hell the Chargers signed him a long time ago to a fucking 4-year contract with $22 million if he's shit. Like, he's always injured. The dude looks like a fucking melon. Like, I am not a fan of fucking Barksdale. I really am not. I do not like him. Like, I really wish the Chargers would trade for somebody. Like, we need somebody like a fucking Taylor Lewan or like legit. When was the last time a Chargers had a really good offensive tackle? I'm waiting. That's why you can't come up with anything, because it's been like since like 2006. So I think like Luis Castillo was like the last one that was actually fucking good. But guys, thanks for watching. I know this is a 20-minute video. You guys don't like watching these long-ass videos, but I do it for you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, fuck you. Nah, I'm just kidding off. I'm just messing around. Don't take it personally. I'm just, you know. But either way, guys, like this video. And remember, guys, if you have not subscribed already, subscribe. And remember, guys, always hit the bell to get the notifications. Like always, peace and stay classy.